Hi guys, and thanks for watching our weather update on June 20th, 2023. So today we're going through the past radar on met.ie, the 5-day forecast from the UKV, and the long range forecast from all. So now we're focusing more on what's happening after this thunder interval, as tomorrow is the final day of thunderstorms really, and from Thursday onwards we're drier in some way, but into Friday and the weekend, it'll go wetter, but probably not from thunderstorms, more from like frontal rain and mugginess and fog and that sort of stuff. So this is the 48-hour radar. As I noticed that I forgot to go over Monday's storms in yesterday's video, Monday's video. So you can see into Monday we see a few showers into the south, mostly light, but a few heavy bursts in there as well. And then the showers get more widespread into the late morning in the south at first, and then pushing northwards. We see our first strikes of lightning, blurred out in the end. Sorry about that. Appearing in the Midlands there in the afternoon, and in the late afternoon and into the evening, we see some thunderstorms over Wicklow into the Midlands and the north, and they get more widespread somewhat into the evening. Quite a few of them in the north, and into the night they will die out basically. And we go to the 12-hour radar for Tuesday storms, because we have more of a sort of we have a shorter interval in this on this radar. So we can see late morning Tuesday we see these big showers in the east and also in the south forming, and they blossom then into thunderstorms, especially at first in the Midlands and in the northwest and the northeast. But in the end, they get more widespread, especially in the Midlands, the east, the southwest, and especially up here in the northwest. We see a countrywide, a national orange warning come in force at about 1 p.m, lasting until 6 p.m, and then a yellow warning till 10 p.m, everywhere bar Mayo. Look at that, just look at that chart. All the crosses are lightning strikes. That is ridiculous. Look at that big storm, this big swathe of strikes, all the way from like West Ulster down through West Leinster and across the South Midlands. Absolutely incredible. Wow, just wow. And then they sort of die off into the evening. But a few more do form, like that one in the east, at about 8 p.m. And then they just in general peter out as the heating goes away and the convection and the thermals. So and let's have a look now. Basically, a few showers in the north, but otherwise drying out nicely. This is the UKV for the next 5 days. You can see today is very intense thunderstorms starting off this evening. Some very intense storms today, seriously. I think today's probably the worst day for thunderstorms so far. Probably the worst day in this interval as a whole, because tomorrow will be the last day of these storms. And we saw a countrywide orange warning for the first time during this interval. This night is a dry and fine night. Tomorrow morning we see again the same situation, same thing again. Rinse and repeat, thunderstorms forming in the Midlands. I say thundery showers, should I say, and pushing towards the east. There could be a few storms in there, but I say that tomorrow's thunderstorms and showers will be less severe than today's, and they'll be affecting this, and they'll mainly affect the south and the east of the country. Tomorrow night they'll clear off. And Thursday we see a better day, although we still do see some showers popping up especially for the east of the country. And even still, even now, we get some very bright colours in the showers. So even on Thursday, there could be some downpours around, depending on how things go. So that's quite shocking, actually. Um, could still be a few downpours around on Thursday. So watch out for those. Um, Friday sees that big warm front pushing from the Atlantic early in the day, mainly bringing rain to the northwest. It looks like on this run, that'll clear off before more heavy showers pushing from the west throughout Friday. A few bright colours there. Friday night sees a cloudy and misty, muggy night, very heavy. We'll look at these temperatures later on. Actually, Friday night looks absolutely horrendous for anyone who's trying to sleep. And that'd be about 95%. Not about Anyway, most of the population will be trying to sleep in this horrible weather for sleeping. Saturday sees a band of thunderstorms possibly push across the country, preceding a cold front, and that clears through Saturday night. And Sunday, we're into a day of sunshine and heavy showers, some thundery possibly from the west. Now, temperatures. Let's see how bad they will be on Friday night. So we're starting to say, so a nice day today, about 16 to 21 degrees, thundery downpours around. Wednesday morning sees temps down to around 10 degrees in the southwest, a bit milder elsewhere. Daytime maximums on Wednesday up to like 21 or 22 in the southeast, high teens elsewhere. Wednesday night sees things cooling down to around, as I said, Wednesday night will be quite chilly in a couple of places, down to the single figures in parts of the southwest, northwest and north. Elsewhere, low teens. Thursday sees a very nice day there, widely low 20s. But I'm going to zoom in here. You see a few patches of green there in the east. Those are caused by downpours forming. So that's actually still, as I said, a threat for Thursday. And that is really quite surprising, actually. We could still see a few downpours on Thursday, so just be aware. Thursday night into Friday, we can actually see that as the night goes on, things sort of warm up a bit from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. A big jump, a massive jump in those temps. Even at 3 a.m, right, we're at like the mid to high teens in the west. Muggy, humid, horrible. And that's really Thursday night. We're into Friday now, temperatures between 19 to 20. But they really won't fall back that far on Friday night. Look at that. This is 3 a.m. on Saturday. In the east, I say the best is in the east. 17 degrees, and in the south as well. And this sort of area. In Dublin, you can see a little 20 there due to urban heating. But in the west and the northwest, look at this. Widely 18 or possibly 19 degrees at 3 a.m. on Saturday. That is ridiculously warm for 3 a.m. And it would just be a total nightmare to try and sleep. Anyone who is trying to sleep will have a challenge on Friday night, so just be aware of that. That does not look good at all. And also, by the way, one asset, a tropical night is defined as a night that has a minimum of 20 degrees or above. We are not that far from that in the west and northwest. Actually, in Dublin, we may well see that on Friday nights. I don't know, but that's a possibility. Into Saturday, things do get warmer. Not as warm as you expect, as you expect from those minimum temperatures, but quite muggy anyway. Also across England, getting towards 30 degrees. Sunday, Saturday nights, a bit cooler and fresher, but in the southeast at 3 a.m, still around the high teens. And actually, on Sunday, we're up to around like 20 degrees. But in England, we're up to 31 towards like, Norfolk and towards like Essex and Kent. So quite hot there, but for Ireland, still just quite warm. Anyway, the main focus is Friday night because that looks horrendous. This is the GFS run, 12Z run. So we can see today. Today we see the low pressure over us. Tomorrow we still see some quite low pressure, but on Thursday we see high pressure ridging from the southwest. You would have thought that would kill off any showers, but it actually won't. There'll still be some instability in the atmosphere for them actually. Into Friday, we see that horrible wind from the southwest, very muggy, very heavy, humid, and actually the fact that it'll be humid will make that high low temperature even more unbearable. Into Saturday, we see the winds go southerly. We will push up some quite hot air, possibly from the south there. Before we get a thundery breakdown from the west, and that pushes through, and we go westerly into next week. Although drying out towards midweek with high pressure ridging from the Azores, towards the end of next week, low pressure from the Atlantic sweeps in, pushes away the high pressure, fronts it off, and you go westerly into the 1st of July. And that looks really quite autumnal actually, with that low pressure towards Scotland and the Faroe Islands, that sort of area. And we're just bringing that westerly winds up till the 4th of July when the ridge of high pressure does try and come back. It tries to, I say it's sort of succeeding, but at the same time that low in the Atlantic is trying to push its front through. The ECM run looks like this. You see that high pressure pushing up from the south into Friday. Saturday sees a thundery breakdown from the west. Sunday and Monday see a return of westerly winds, and that low pressure just dominates into the end of June. The GEM, looks like that. Oops. Like that. So again, very warm and muggy on Friday with the winds being dragged in from the Azores into the weekend. We see winds going more westerly, and it sort of stays that way up to the middle of next week. But then low pressure does try and break through. High pressure does hold on though somewhat. The UK Met run looks like that. Into Thursday, into Friday, the high pressure eastwards to allow that very muggy wind up from the southwest. And into next week, we're dry in the south, but quite wet in the north and mild and warm. The Icon looks like that. It's a very similar story. Winds going westerly into the weekend, but very muggy and mild and warm on Friday. And the Arpege run, last but not least, is like that. Use that one. So see what this does again. That long stretch southwesterly from the Azores, very warm upper airs there on Friday night. That's really dreadful. And it's the weekend. Winds go more westerly, a bit cooler and fresher. From the Atlantic. So that's it for today's update. I hope you enjoyed it. One more day left for thunderstorms, and Thursday will be a bit drier. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.